Hey Tux. Hey buddy, sorry we got to go. It's going on 6:40, so we definitely need to get a move on it. My hands are extra full today. Oh. Good morning, van. I feel like I'm moving in slow motion this morning. I'm just tired. It's 62 out there, so we're enjoying the last few hours of warm air before the front comes barreling through and we drop 10, 15 degrees during the day today, and it's supposed to be quite windy too, so it's calm and warm right now, but that's not the way it's going to be the whole day. It's the third morning in a row this midnight silver metallic Model 3's been at this light going into downtown with us in the morning. The sunrise is looking really promising to the east, but no time to turn east and try to enjoy it. It's 7:18 and we've got to get across town to get Johnny there on time. Unfortunately, I missed the sunrise photo op by about 10 minutes today. Dang it. Oh well. It was really pretty, and had I been able to pull off on one or two spots, I probably could have gotten a really pretty picture and video, but it just wasn't in the cards today. So it's Thursday, and you know what that means. Today is Lego Robotics Day. It's also our last chance to practice or do any thing to get ready for Sunday's competition. I am starting to fret about Sunday more from a logistics perspective than anything else. We have to be in Greensboro for check-in at 7:15 a.m. and it's about a 90-minute ride over there. So that's going to have me getting up earlier than on school days, plus drive over there, plus hang out and do stuff all day because it won't end until somewhere between 5 and 6 p.m. and then drive home. So Sunday is going to be an incredibly long day. And yeah, I'm not super looking forward to that. Let's see what else. Today, we have our first meeting. Johnny is going to Greece for spring break this year with the school, with his Spanish teacher and the librarian at the school. They're leading it. And there's a meeting tonight at a Greek restaurant to go over who's sharing rooms with who and how to get, you know, how to pack, how to make sure you have money to do stuff over there. Just, you know, general things about the trip. So after we get out of robotics, I don't know what we're doing, but we have a 2-hour window until we have to be in Cary at the Greek restaurant. So it's like, there's not enough time to really go home. And it's like, well, what would we do with the time? I don't know. We'll just figure it out. We're either gonna shuffle kids around if somebody needs a ride this afternoon, so drive to Fuquay and drive back to Cary, or we're gonna go shopping, or if we get out super early, I guess we could go home and then come back. It's just unfortunate that the meeting for Greece was on the same night as robotics. It just it makes for a long day today, and it complicates the robotics stuff. So, but it is what it is, and you know, we'll get through it and we'll, you know, do what we need to do. So yeah, well, now we've got light rain. Isn't that just fun this morning? Back here at home, it's cleared up. Well, I'm glad to see that you're having a good nap. You got me all loaded up, including including some tissues for the school, little, you know, donation, since we have a couple of extra tissues. Yeah, a couple. Yeah, just a couple. I love you. Thanks for the help.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. Well, the temperature is still a warm 62, but the winds have kicked up ahead of the front passing. Most of the flags are pretty straight line in town. I just spun a few Pokestops because I had a minute on my way out of town. So several times in the last week, since I'm actually listening to the radio, I've had to deal with the emergency broadcast system tests. Yeah, that's something I hadn't experienced in a long time. I hadn't, and so that was kind of interesting. I also heard a Leith Toyota commercial just a minute ago, and I thought it was also interesting. They were promising free oil changes for life, free loaner cars for life, free this for life, free that for life. It sounded like they were pretty serious about trying to get some people to come in for business with them. Well, it's going on 1:30. I'm on time entering the city. It's been an easy drive this afternoon, just bebopping to some oldies. And looks, you know, pretty out there today too, but more of a winter changing sky than yesterday's solid blue Carolina sky. Yay, I got lucky and got the first spot. This is the most convenient for having to roll the cart into the building with the robot supplies. So I had to back into it, but you know, with the no parking here to corner sign, that was pretty easy. And yep, like I said, it's pretty gusty now. I've been inside and gotten the cart to load up the robotics equipment, and 2 Raleigh police officers just came by on horseback. That's pretty cool. So robotics went okay. We got the competition robot back running the competition robot game like it's supposed to. Last week there were some discrepancies. I think we fixed one thing that will save them a 5-point deduction, so that's good. Yeah, it wasn't looking good there for a while, but it's sorted out now. Johnny and I have 2 hours before we have to be at the Greek restaurant for the meeting for Johnny's spring break trip to Greece. So we're gonna go check out the new Cary library, let Johnny work on his computer on the Wi-Fi over there, and then we'll head to the meeting, because it's an hour home and 35 minutes back to Cary. That would leave us 30 minutes at the house, and we'd just be driving around, and that wouldn't help Johnny get his homework done. He needs the internet. So new Cary library, here we come. I've only seen it on the outside. Well, I didn't envision being on the side of the road with another flat, but here I am at exit 291 in Cary with the flat tire. I'll explain more in a minute inside where you can hear me better. But Johnny watched a YouTube video and found out where the spare tire is on the Honda. I've never had that compartment off, and Don's on his way, and I had to move it from over there in the way of traffic at 70 miles an hour coming off of the interstate to over on this side of the road. But at least when Don gets here to change it, he'll be safe in the grass. And I am pretty much all the way off of the exit ramp. So unless somebody's really not paying attention, I think. Well, I'm pretty rattled. I ran over debris out on I-40. You know, every time I talk about, first I talked about getting rear-ended in the Tesla, and then 2 days later we got rear-ended. And then yesterday I was talking about debris and avoiding debris and what to do. And today I ran over debris that cut my tire down. I guess thank God it wasn't Ruby, because the thing I ran over was a good bit of debris. You know, there was people on my left and people on my right, and we came around the curve. And I think what it was a construction barricade, one of those aluminum frame things with the orange panels and the lights that go across, and it had already been run over a bunch, because I think that's what it was, but I don't know for sure. And there wasn't anywhere for me to go but to hit it at 65 miles an hour. And I didn't know the tire went down because there's no TPMS on the Honda. And I was taking the exit just past there anyway, and it started to make a god-awful noise, and we knew we were in trouble. And like I said, at first I pulled over right away because, you know, I don't want to ruin the wheel. But then I saw we really weren't safe. So at 5 miles an hour, I went the 15 or 20 feet over to the other side of the exit ramp to get us off the road. I'm pretty shook up. I am. I mean, I couldn't avoid it, or we would have had an accident. And then right after I hit it, I knew it didn't sound good. Well, I was afraid there were sharp things, and apparently one of them did slash the tire. And I guess I should be happy with myself that I didn't have an accident and I got us to safety, but I'm, you know, still upset that I hit it and we're stuck on the side of the road. But Don is on his way. He's going to bring his jack. It's easy for him to put the car up. You know, I'm just not capable of changing the tire, and Don's he's 30 minutes away and we're in a safe spot. So
and I'm using plan B for homework.
Right, we were headed to the Cary Library with the extra time that we had before the Greek meeting, which I still think we can get to, assuming this donut works. And yeah,
well, the donut felt solid.
the donut's in good shape. It's hard, it's not dry rotted, it's inflated, so I don't think there's going to be any problem with that going on the car, and certainly to get us someplace. Yeah, I didn't need any extra life assistance of stuff going on today. I just really didn't. I am so appreciative for you, but I do not like meeting like this. The Tesla just went past the Model S.
Oh, you feeling a little bitter? You had me worried. You were so upset.
Well, you know, you don't want to have to tell your husband you have a flat tire, that you ran over debris. It was just scary. Bad noises. Cars are, you know, making noise. Johnny has been awesome.
I'm sure if we'd have been a little further away, I'd have just said have Johnny out stepping through it. So you got the parking brake on?
No.
So go put the parking brake on.
Okay. Do you know how to do that, Johnny? You sit in the seat. So you got to use your foot. You need, okay. Well, don't listen to me, but Johnny's plenty strong. He pushed it down with his hand. Good job,
Don't
bud.
do what I do, kids.
Yeah. Well, you know, hey, if you could get it down with your hand, that's fine. Let's see, we've had an accident in the last month with Johnny in the car. Now Johnny's been in the car with me for the second flat tire. Johnny was calm. I did the girl thing. I told Johnny if it happens to him, you know, to do the guy thing and not the girl thing.
Yeah, he'd be fine. I'm sure I get
Did you see the debris in the road?
No, I didn't. I saw you and I just immediately focused.
Yeah, well,
on
it's back a little bit, but because I took a little bit to know the tire was a problem.
Sure.
So when's the last time you changed the tire?
It's been a while. Not real bad.
Tesla did message me that they think Ruby will be ready at noon tomorrow.
God.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna have to get my pull handle. I brought one.
They put them on with the torque wrench when they put the new tires on, because these tires are pretty darn new.
Yeah, Mr. Don, the car actually came with one of those.
Johnny, buddy, just chill.
So Don says you got to break all 5 lug nuts loose. And always do this while it's still on the ground?
Right, because it'll try to, if it's up on the jack, you can pull it off the jack.
Okay. So you get them loose while it's on the ground and then jack it up.
That's right.
Okay. I mean, honestly, I don't know. My father never made me change a spare tire. I was not put through those paces.
Good. We have to look at the instructions.
Okay.
There's very specific spots where you have to put the jack thing. When you have to use your jack. See if I can.
Are there instructions on that panel there, Johnny? Sometimes they print
You
them.
have to take this off first.
Here, get that fell there, right there.
Here you go. Mr. Don, this may help. I'm not sure if it will. That's all I can guess.
That just fell out from where the spare tire was.
And the jack.
So Don brought this jack with him, but he says he's going to have to use the one that came with the car.
Probably need wood because
I guess that guy's getting pulled over. So a Wake County Sheriff pulled up and asked if we needed help and if everything was okay. And I'm going to say, Johnny, just so you know, he doesn't know Mr. Don's my husband. And as a woman on the side of the road, he probably wanted to make sure the guy helping me was safe. So I made sure to let him know that the gentleman assisting me was my husband and everything was, you know, good. And Don said he had it under control, but the officer said he has tools and stuff. If Don needs any help, he'll come back over. He's just going to sit back there with his flashers on to give us a little more safety while we're here changing the tire. So you got both jacks under there. You put the one that came with the car first and then yours?
Yeah, because it's easier to...
Sure. I don't think he's going to move it anymore, John. Are you going to...
You're fine, you can go on and sit back there. Because when I put the tire on, it'll be tall enough.
Yeah.
Johnny, move out of the way over here, bud.
Sorry.
Yep. And Mr. Don.
I have to lower it.
I understand. Yep. You lower it and put it back away like Mr. Don asked you to.
That's what I'm doing.
You're learning, buddy. Yeah, Johnny wondered why nobody stopped to offer us assistance. I told him where we were on the side of the road wasn't a good place for somebody to stop. And I felt sure if a police officer came by, they would stop. But this is the first one that had come past us, so... Well, I'm glad you have skills.
That's right. I don't know how many tires I've changed.
A few, though, huh?
More than I want.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say, because he's already posted it to Facebook, but our friend Kyle with Out of Spec Motoring is on his way home from California. And about the time I ran over debris and had a flat here, he had a flat out in the middle of nowhere. Arizona is also on the side.
Just making sure the jack was secure.
Okay. So Don just raised it up just a bit more.
Well, the flat tire is pretty short.
Yeah. It's got the donut on there now. Well, you made that look easy peasy.
Well, yeah.
Well, you know, when you've done it before. So let me guess, you tighten them all a little bit and you keep on going around in a circle until they're tight?
Right. Tighten them pretty snug and then you let them down and you find them.
Tighten them some more. Yeah.
I am watching.
There's the problem right there.
I know. I was gonna lift it into the back.
We just put it in we'll put it in the back of the XB. So
Okay.
roll it back there. Don't put it in though, just roll it back there.
I'm not strong enough to lift it anyway.
Yeah, just roll it back there and then let it fall on the ground. Thanks, buddy. You're doing a good job. Well, Officer Muller did a nice job. He's gonna, you know, let me get ready to get out, make sure we get over. So we made it over here to Greek Fiesta at Crossroads. Like I said, the flat tire happened, you know, less than 2 miles from here. And we've got my bad tire in the back of the XB. And Don is checking the inflation on the donut. And he's going to let me and Johnny go do what we need to do. And then, you know, we'll go home together just in case there were to be any other issues. But the van put up a yellow triangle when I got my speed up a little too high. Like it knew I had the donut on. And Don says the donut's only rated for 45 miles an hour. So,
Well, I cut it off at 50 pounds and it says it's 49. So
it really didn't lose any air coming here.
These little gauges aren't that repeatable.
All right.
Anyway, I'm pretty confident.
All right.
I'm going to go on, air it up to the 60 pounds.
Okay.
All right. Kiss, kiss.
Come inside when you're... I think we're all set. It sounds very exciting, your trip to Greece. Yep. Sounds very exciting. So did it stay inflated while we were in there?
Yep.
All right. That's a relief.
It's gonna be fun driving forward at 40 miles per hour.
Well, we're on back roads all the way home, so the donut will be fine. We don't have to go back out on the interstate. I'm never going near Cary Crossroads again.
Never.
I mean, honestly, that was within what? A half a mile to a mile of the last flat tire?
Oh, yeah.
It was really close to the last time.
The birds fly is probably less than a half a mile.
Matter of fact, we crossed over that section of road to get to the Greek restaurant. Yeah.
Poor little thing. She was all distraught.
Well, you don't want to have to tell your husband that, you know, you ran over something and the tire's flat, and then it was really scary noises, and
Oh, yeah.
I'm worried. I hope the rim's not damaged, but if
Right.
it is, there wasn't nothing I could do about it. We'll
Yeah.
just have to deal with that too. It's not like a Tesla rim, so.
And we forgot to take a business card to give to the sheriff who helped us. We could have gave you a Tesla Ruby card.
Yeah, it was funny. I wasn't filming, but I had the camera in my hand, and he was looking at my hand. I'm like, oh no, don't worry, I'm not filming you. I was like, if I were going to film you, I would have told you I was going to film you. He was a nice, good-looking young
Yeah, he
man.
was.
Yeah, and very friendly too.
Very nice, yeah.
See, it's good for Johnny.
Yeah.
Kids, you know,
Yeah, good
cops
one.
are there to help you
That's right.
most of the time,
Right.
and even if they slow you down, they're probably there to help you, even if it
anyway.
doesn't seem like that at
That's
the
right.
moment. So we're
Yeah.
home safe and sound. Dawn's gonna make sure we get Johnny downtown in the morning. Ruby's supposed to be ready after 12, so I guess on the way to get Johnny in the afternoon, we'll stop by Tesla,
Right,
and I'll get Ruby, and then Don will
come
just
home.
come back home.
Yeah.
We'll work that out.
We'll try that.
We'll try that for the, and if we're running behind or sleeping, or we'll do it after we pick Johnny up from school. Either way will work.
Yeah,
But
tomorrow's going to be a busy day.
I know one thing, I'm not driving, me personally, the XB into downtown
No,
tomorrow, and
she's
we're
not
not
doing
driving the Honda on the donut.
No,
so
no, we're not driving the Honda. I only, I'll probably take the tire to my tire guy.
in Willow Spring, right? That's
In
where we
Willow
got
Spring,
those tires.
that's
Yeah,
right.
little shop in Willow Spring.
I don't know if I've got road hazard on it or not. I'll have to, I don't even know if I have any paperwork on it. But anyway.
We might have scanned it up on Drive.
Yeah.
That would have been a smart thing
That
to
would have
do.
been smart. But I'll have him, because he'll probably have to order a tire. And then probably Monday or Tuesday next week, the tire will be in, and I can just drive the Honda over there, and they'll take the donut off and put the other tire on.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, of course, it'll cost what it'll cost.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But
Nothing-
like Johnny said, you know, nobody was hurt. And
Nobody was hurt.
yeah, we can fix
Everything's
the tire.
fine. And we were well off the road. No problem.
Yeah.